Freedom's greetings, Helldivers. Ervin here to bring you the latest intel from the front in Helldivers 2. Some of the latest events permanently changed the landscape of the galaxy forever, as well as the math behind how the Illuminate's faction operates going forward. Enemy sub-factions are on the attack all over the galaxy as we race against the clock to save Super Earth from impending destruction. And it's more important than ever that our forces band together and focus if we're to be successful pending all these new developments. We've got actually quite a lot to go over today, so let's just get started. Following our failure to destroy enough automatons to build the full barricade that would have potentially stopped the Meridian anomaly's path of destruction permanently, the planet of Moradesh unfortunately paid the ultimate price and was obliterated from our galaxy on March 14th of 2185. The casualty rate of this latest incident has not been disclosed to the public, but we are hopeful that our evacuation efforts were more
This is a bomb.
expedited than during the Angel's Venture incident, where half a billion super citizens lost their lives. Moradesh's destruction was, however, not in vain. Thousands of SEAF warships, transports, and refitted merchant vessels now form a network of ships surrounding the singularity from all sides, moving in an interlocking, randomized pattern in an effort to hamper the Illuminate's ability to actually deposit their dark energy into the singularity, permanently slowing down the Illuminate's dark energy accumulation rates. We even have the specifics on this change brought to us by our own beehole specialists at the Ministry of Science. The new data on the anomaly's movement suggests that the maximum dark energy accumulation per invasion has been decreased by 10%. Previously, a full 12-hour invasion by the Illuminate generated 12% dark energy. Their accumulation rate has been reduced down to 10.8% per 12 hours, or 0.9% per hour, that an invasion remains active. This is very important because dark energy naturally decays at a rate of 1.1% per hour. This basically means that the Meridian anomaly will continually slow down at a more rapid pace as long as we continue to keep the Illuminate from having two or more ongoing invasions at the same time. As long as that continues to be the case, the Illuminate will lose 1.1% of their dark energy stores per hour with no active invasions, and 0.2% still, even when they have one ongoing invasion. It's as important as ever that we continue to hinder the Illuminate's plans. Just keep in mind that our efforts are spent better elsewhere with a high degree of certainty anytime we are either not under attack by multiple invasions, or if we cannot stop the invasion early on in its life cycle. If neither of these are true, High Command strongly advises our priorities shift towards more urgent matters, such as the Ministry of Science's latest plan to halt the Illuminate's autocratic intentions for good. A three-stage plan has begun to counteract the Meridian Singularity's movement, the first of which was the barricade, which we have, at least partially, completed. Part 2 has just begun the construction of the Penrose energy siphon. This device, if successfully deployed, will cripple the anomaly's advance towards Super Earth by removing a large portion of the Illuminate's currently available accumulated dark energy. The process by which we mean to accomplish this is highly scientific and sophisticated. So, the good folks at the Ministry of Science have issued us a Helldiver friendly explanation that goes as follows. Ahem. It's a giant rocket that we put close enough to the singularity to be swept up in its rotation, but not so close that it falls in and then blasts back out using tons and tons of E710, thereby stealing some of the singularity's energy. Hail Super Earth. Are, are we sure this is right? That sounds kind of stupid. Another flawless plan by the Ministry of Science that is sure to work flawlessly as always, and nothing at all will go wrong. This siphoning device is being constructed in the orbit of several of our planets currently, namely Achernar Secundus and Fenrir 3, which must be held from the terminid scum until the end of the operation on March 18th. Should our Helldivers fail to repel the terminid invasions upon these planets, we will be unable to reduce the Illuminate's dark energy reserves, almost assuredly leaving Ivis to suffer the same fates as Angel's Venture and Moradesh. Currently, neither of these planets have anywhere near the support required from the Helldivers to see tomorrow. Only 21% of our forces are currently deployed to Achernar Secundus, while 47% of our forces are fighting to repel the invasion by the returning Predator strain of Terminids on Fenrir 3. Both of these attacks are a threat level 18 incursion, requiring 72% of the player base each to be successfully defended. A statistically impossible battle to win in its current state. Both of these planets will likely have reached the point of no return in their defensive campaigns by the time this video goes live. And following that total defeat scenario, it will be imperative that the majority of the community comes together to retake them before the campaigns end, one planet at a time. Experts are currently speculating that our focus will be Fenrir 3 as far as reclamation operations following the defensive failure. In other less grim news, the Helldivers board game is being deployed to a superstore near you on April 8th. This strategic simulator of the Galactic war effort is being distributed with the hopes it will improve our Helldivers' already astute decision making skills when it comes to our distribution of our forces around the galaxy. High Command has also released the statistics behind our first year of redeployment to the field. As you can see, we've clearly defeated more enemies than ourselves and the enemy combined. So, therefore, we are winning, and there is no need to read into the matter any further than that. So basically, lock in on Fenrir 3 until further instructions. Ignore all conflict with the Illuminate and automatons until the major order is completed, and otherwise focus on regaining control of the soon to be lost major order objectives. If you enjoyed this new style of content where I go over all the current events of the Galactic War, be sure to let me know in the comments below and like the video so I know to continue making these kinds of videos in the future. When there's something worth saying, that is. Thank you to my coffee supporters who help keep the channel going, and thank you for watching till the end. I'll see you next time. Air out, so I can probably show you how real quick. So, the way you bind your halt to be able to switch it with a singular key is you go down to combat, you go to weapon wheel. So open weapon wheel, you change this to press instead of hold, and then you bind it to something comfy. And then you want to take weapon wheel right and change it to the same bind. And that's going to allow you to press one button to switch your halt's ammo type. Works the same with any weapon with programmable ammo as well. Vote for Rastanu. Very funny. Now face the wall.